Afternoon. Yeah, so we've done us insulating now this morning. We'll come to another job. To have a look at this one. Now, this ceiling here, we've had to de-nail it all because it was outside, hasn't it? So we've de-nailed it. We've looked at a few bits and bobs here, like, so you could, if you wanted to, you could cut this back here, and there's a joist here. But I find if you cut back on your joist and half it on an already existing ceiling, it cracks here. It doesn't really work. So you're best off getting some more timber and just adding another timber to it. So you've got your joist here already, and then you put in an extra joist in to support this new board here. You know what I mean? We've done the same here, look, and we've done the same over here. So we're going to bore the ceiling today and just prep the ceiling up and that. And then tomorrow we've got this wall to straighten up. Now we can't board it, it's too thick. You can board it on this side, but we can't board it up here. It's too thick, so we'll have to float this out. Might get a board in that, we'll see tomorrow. We'll show you the videos of it anyway, see how we get on, fill all this in. And what we're going to do is we're going to skim the whole ceiling. There's no point trying to get away with feathering it all everywhere, is there? You know what I mean? Might as well just skim the whole lot. And then we're going to tidy up. Feather back into here. Skim all this wall, tidy this up, put some edgings in, feather into that. Feather into this here. Skim all this wall, sorry. I don't think I want anything to do with windows, that's a bonus. Then skim all this wall. And obviously the ceiling as well. So that's this afternoon's job and tomorrow's job. Oh, I am. We tried, didn't we? The camera. Right, that's it then, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so today we've got to finish this kitchen. We did some insulating yesterday, it took us till about 1-2 o'clock. We're coming to this job. We've already done the ceiling up. We've hit a hiccup here. Customer wants this line moving from this side to that side, so we're just waiting for electrician to come. And yeah, there's quite a bit to do on this one, so there's all aspects of plastering really. We've got a bit of board work, we've got a bit of dabbing. I've dabbed this out already this morning. I'll show you now what we're going to do now. Now we've determined that this plasterboard is going to need to sit on top of this plasterboard, so the dabs are pretty thick down because of this bit here, you see. So we're just going to sit it on top. Now we've got a bad edge here. We've put a good edge to this side. Now we've got a bad edge here, so we really want to be putting a good edge to a bad edge to make it nice and neat, really. So you just sit your board on like that. We've solid dabbed all the way up to make it easier. Now we're just going to put that on nice and neat, and we're going to level it up. Now it's already level, look, really. We're pushing it on, but we want to get that a little bit tighter on this edge. So now we know it's level, we can push it on a little bit tighter now. Because we want it to sit nice on it, don't we? So we'll push it on nice and neat. Like that. And that gives us a nice edge now for his bead to sit on, doesn't it? We know we're already level, so we've knocked out a little bit there. Yeah, so that's that one. We've pre-cut the width, so we just need to cut the length, which is 55.5. I work in centimetres. I mean, I work in inches and centimetres. I do both, to be honest. When it's like a really tight cut like that, I'll go in centimetres. A little bit smaller, aren't they? Get a little bit of a better measurement, in my opinion. We'll just sit that on top, and there, like that. Get that nice and tight up. This hasn't got a good edge on this one, because I cut it off a full board, you see. The good edge on the top. I weren't going to waste another good edge, because I'm going to need another good edge later on for another board. So now we've got a good edge on this bit, we can take his bead up, just level it up again. Break the leveling process. And that's that little bit done. So yeah, we've got quite a bit to do today, so I'll put some videos on us floating this up, putting a bit of board work in there, floating that back up to that bead. Look, we've already put a bead on for us to work off to. That's level, this bead is level with this wall. So we know we can just fill this in and float it up on that wall. And then yeah, we're going to skim the ceiling and skim all the walls. So I'll catch you there. Right, we've got all this boarding done now. So next phase of work is, because we've got all this boarding done, we do that first before we start filling out, because if you look here, look, we've put a couple of strips in here just to fill this area out and level it off with this wall all the way across. We were able to put a board in that piece there, a board in that piece there, look. But now we've levelled it all off, the boards are too thick now to put anywhere else. So this is where we put the bonding coat. So we're going to fill it all out and level it all up with this level again, ready for, you know, skimming. Round here, look, we've boarded this area. We've already filled this in to show you, look. So we boarded this area, there's a bit of shit there, look. So we know we've put that bead on and put this board on straight, and then this edge is flush with this wall, you see. So we just flush it up then with the stuff, put it in, and that's ready now. We'll score it a little bit before when it dries up a bit, for us plaster to take to. Done the same on this wall, bits and bobs, we've just filled in, look. That's what you do with bonding coat, you just fill in all discrepancies in wall and then levelling up what you can't level up with a board if it's too thick. And that's what we'll get on with now. So, and literally all you're doing with this stuff is like haunching it in. Like, you just haunching it in, filling everything in. As easy as that, really. The bonding coat, just making sure you're getting it flat, not warm. Look at that. So we'll do this phase of work and we'll go on to the next one. So see you in a bit. Right then, we've prepped up now, so it's finished skimming. Not going to unibond it, because why would I? Anyway, of course I am. So yeah, we've boarded up, we've levelled it all off to what we can, boarded them up, levelled them all off to what we can, then we've filled them all with bonding coat and levelled them up. Just going to wait for that to dry a little bit before we score it, devil float it, scratch it, fucking hell, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, a couple of coats unibond, bit of taping up. Job's a winner, and then we'll get skimming. So thanks for watching. We'll put a skimming post on in a bit. Cheers. See ya. That's it. Then we're going to hit the first coat down the ceiling. Put the ceiling on. Not going to put much more on the ceiling, to be honest. Quite big. It's hitting 2 gauges, I think. That's it. So I'll do a little video. We're just putting it on. That's the first coat on and flattened in. We're just going to mix it up now for the second, aren't you, Kieran, mate? Yeah, I'm just feathering that bit in there. Look, we've got a couple of bits on here just to whip out for the second, so we're not chasing time on second gauge. Second coat going on. That's it, we're done. I like a good start to finish video. Well, there's about 4 or 5 parts to these, but this is finished product anyway. So yeah, feathered into here, feathered into that, just skim that up. Skimmed up the ceiling like we said. All the way around here, that ceiling were a bit, quite big actually, that. And then yeah, just finished off with 2 little walls to finish off with, nice and flat. Fit new kitchen going in. Brilliant. Absolutely fandabidoza. So you enjoyed it? We have. So I think it's about 6:30. Push on about 6:30 now, aren't we? So it's been a bit of a day from start to finish, but we got there. I'm going to give Kieran a clap today. Well done, Kieran.
Thanks,
You
mate.
can show it on your face. I'll give you a clap. Go on, turn around and we'll give you all a clap. Show it on your face. Go on, lad.
What?
Come on.
Should you
Turn
show me?
face, turn it around. That's it. Anyway, that's it. Well done. Brilliant. See you on the next one.